Hello and welcome back to Deus Ex Human Revolution, and when we last left off, we finally arrived at the Omega Ranch after passing through Rifle Medbank Station, and while we were able to locate some of our missing scientists, it would appear that some of them were willing to work with the kidnappers to one degree or another, and I think primarily we can say this about Megan Reed, the lead scientist back at Seraph Industries and also on this World Health Organization project, you know, the bioship angle, I believe. But before we can have a face-to-face meeting, we have to cross the entire courtyard and stage some sort of a lab incident, which will be interesting but also dangerous for all parties involved, no doubt, and I'm not quite sure how we can aid in their escape, because it's also something we need to be concerning ourselves with, of course. And incidentally, the last of the tyrants, enemy himself, is at the base right now, so there will be an unavoidable confrontation, possibly also the last boss fight of this campaign, if I'm not misremembering. But regardless, we worry about one thing at a time, and it could also be the second to last act in this chapter, maybe. But they're still talking about human trafficking and whatever. I think it's a bit outdated right now, wouldn't you say? Okay, then, so, where are we in relation to anything else right now? Okay, back here. Alright, so, of course, I did see in the footage that we can punch our way through here and bypass the entire courtyard. But I don't think I'd like to pick this augmentation, frankly. So, unless, wow, do we have some energy? That would be interesting. I mean, we can sprint past the entire courtyard. That would alert some people, but it's going to be a catastrophe. That would be, of course, running dry in the middle of the courtyard. I guess we have two of these. And perhaps some shotgun shells and this thing here. Alright, I guess we use it, and then we sprint past. Maybe. Could be an option. Maybe it is an option. Okay, there's also this guy, naturally. Maybe we can wait for him to get a bit further away. At least we seem to be done with both of these buildings, and immediately... Oh, okay. I suppose then it's not avoidable. Let's just run for your life, Adam, please. Yeah, pretty please. Okay, so there's the security terminal we were looking for. But I don't think we will, even though it could create a bit of a diversion, wouldn't you say? But of course we cannot stealth and hack at the same time because there are too many people around. So as you can tell, there are multiple ways to approach every mission here in this game. Yeah. Everyone is super angry. We should probably change that, shouldn't we? Okay, so we've made it. For now. Yeah, that's the beauty of Deus Ex. You can play the game however you want. You can be Rambo, you can be the shadow character himself. Okay, so hiding behind the trash can probably not super convincing, and there is another turret here, I believe, because this is the most important area they have back here, I would assume. At least it was implied as such. Yes, of course. Yet another front for the Illuminati by the looks of it. For here maybe it could be a good idea. At least they don't have any patrols around these parts, which is interesting. And we never managed to find the back exit from this building, right? Into the back alley. That's kind of something. I suppose we should give us some cover. In this line of sight obstruction, because I don't want any other nasty incidents. So this is probably level 5, right? But then again, it doesn't really matter to us anyhow. We're sitting on entire stockpile of these things. Okay, level 4 security system, and then we have something like this here. I guess that we shouldn't jinx it. We have this for a reason. And apparently didn't matter after all. That's what Adam likes to see. Oh, right. Okay, so it doesn't lead to anywhere. It's just a storage room. Well, I suppose we can take a look-see. We find the laser rifle. And the laser rifle battery. Really, that's a pretty fancy firearm. Pretty fancy. And some... Wow, okay, are they telling us something? I think they may. Okay, well, this thing seems positively large. And we have the peps. I mean, it doesn't work on enemy, I would presume, but we have the shotgun. It's fully upgraded, and we have all the ammo we could possibly hope for. So I guess we can make it without the laser rifle, presumably. Yeah, I mean, we're sitting on a pile of practice points. Is there anything that would be useful in any capacity whatsoever? We have full armor, full stealth. We don't need to run silently. That's completely unnecessary for us. I don't want this, I stubbornly refuse, and the same goes for this. You may think it's foolish, but I beg to differ. Okay, because it's my, well, my guidelines in this particular run here at least. I have been just as stubborn and starsick to have I not when it came to some of these skills, of course. Right, so radar gives us, yeah, this could be useful though. This may be useful, okay. So that leaves us with 2 practice points. So what exactly? I'm not going to use the social enhancement mod or these pheromones, frankly. Yeah, market track and so on and so forth. It's all pretty gamey. I don't like anything. I guess this could be somewhat useful. This, on the other hand, I also don't like. I suppose concussion grenades aren't effective very often. Smart vision, what is that? It's a wall hack. Well, we don't need the stinking wall hack, do we do? We don't need Typhoon either. So I guess it could be useful just for, yeah, protecting us a bit better. Alright, so 1 practice kit and then we see what we can do here. I mean, a laser rifle was pretty fancy, don't get me wrong. But, what are chances we get some ammo for that thing? Nada, I would presume. This is experimental tech, of course. Okay, this is just an ordinary robot. I mean, a smaller variety, not too worrisome. Let me guess we have to find the security system someplace. I think we can deactivate them. Or turn them against the masters, even better. Of course, it's actually unnecessary because this thing cannot possibly detect us unless it turns around, which they never really do. These are not patrols and the back door was locked anyway, so I don't have to be upset with myself, as it would seem. Okay, 1 robot is pacing back and forth in which fashion exactly? Okay, just the alley here, makes sense. These are annoying, but only if used together with infantry, and I think some friends we see on the minimap are actually just stationed in the building still. And the lobby to be specific, because it seems to be exactly the range of our upgraded smart vision. Whatever they called it. Okay, and the objective contains 1 dude, 1 camera presumably, or something larger, could also be turret. Oh, camera, okay. I think we noticed. Yeah, these people are in the building, they're not too worrisome. Yeah, the camera is of course pointing in this direction. Yeah, so World Health Organization, my ass. Okay, and I guess then we continue our little path and see what we can do. Come on, Adam, unclip from cover, please. This may open. We should probably check that. Another camera, of course. It's a super high security area, unsurprisingly. Okay, it doesn't open as it would appear, so this is not the way to go. Yeah, okay, stick by in cover with the cover, well, functionality is different compared to just being crouched, as we've learned on multiple occasions. I guess we could scale this if we absolutely wanted to, but what's the purpose? It's probably, yeah, just a map edge, that's what I thought. Yeah, stacks and boxes on top of each other, I think it could work, but then again, we don't want to break the game, do we? We already did it once in this campaign, or at least in the Missing Link DLC, and it got us stuck. Alright, what is it over here? It looks like some sort of ventilation grill. Oh, let's take a quick peek here and see what we can tell. A security camera, fantastic, and a couple of dudes in their side post. While we do the stun gun, we can knock out some people. It's just a matter of maintaining some energy. We have 2 energy bars remaining exactly. I think the robot will come all the way over here, but I did time it properly, which is good. Darkness doesn't seem to hide us really. Only tall objects using the cover system. And some sort of a mobile generator. Yeah, power cells right here. But why do we need one of those? There should be an autonomous power station here someplace. You know, backup generator. These don't really qualify. This is most likely construction equipment. More precisely, it's here to be a cover object for us, of course. But we need to get back here, but we can also check what's going on the right. A camera, and unfortunately because we have a larger range in our minimap, and now the minimap is a lot smaller than it used to be, so it makes it harder to see if it's a camera or robot, and there seems to be a robot to our right. It's probably inactive still because it's not moving. Okay, it seems to be the case. Yeah, it's back here. Right, so that means of course it's not a threat to us right now, but it could be. Yeah, this is not cover apparently, but good thing with the blind spot of the camera. Is there anything else other than the robot? Yeah, there is indeed something else. Elevator or the back area, but ultimately it seems to lead to the same location. There we go. Just too fat to squeeze through here, as it would seem. Weit again. I suppose we know this is bulletproof glass, of course. So there is no point of coming back here unless we can open the door, which of course requires us to go to the other side. Reusable container, do not destroy. That's always good advice. Yeah, these are all bulletproof windows, so there's no point of even attempting that. I'm not quite sure what will happen once this security incident occurs. They probably will deploy this thing, presumably. We don't have any mine templates, otherwise I may use one of our EMP grenades to put it right outside here. Interesting, there's no one in here. Maybe they figure the automated security is just sufficient for this, could be. Do I see a mine template? Yes, there is indeed a mine template. Wow, they read my mind, didn't they? I think they may have. We can get it back in case we need to. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. 6, I think it says. Yeah, there we go. Put it right in front of the robot just in case. Whatever, Adam. Hopefully it will be good enough. There we go. In case the robot comes over here, we, well, don't have to worry about him. Alright, so anything else? Of course, we want a replacement EMP grenade. Nothing of importance in here. Was pretty inevitable once that alert is triggered. Of course, they will be deploying these robots. Made it even more angry. Security level 3. This will open the door. Maybe I don't see anything else of importance. It's really interesting they don't have anyone stationed here 24/7, wouldn't you think? But I don't think it's a trap necessarily. Not really. Yeah, that's the alert panel, unsurprisingly. Okay, so there's no turning back now. Tunnel hub, okay. Oh, at least it's aptly named. We're pretty good, hacker, wouldn't you say? Pretty good, hacker.
Access granted.
Yeah, fantastic. So, okay, let's just see wieder. Okay, that's the robot. I suppose we can turn on the enemies. Maybe, but I think it will be activated anyhow. Okay, so we need to access the... What exactly? Is there a button here someplace? They would ask to press something, of course, but it's not the security system. Oh, the disk reader. Okay, that must be the thing to upload that virus of ours. Yeah, okay, so what are we doing with the robot? I think we leave the mine exactly as it is right now. Yeah, so it's the point of no return. Probably.
Pritchard, are you still tracking the scientists?
Of course.
Yeah, that's the alert.
Simulate feedback along that route. Make it strong enough to vibrate their implants. They have to feel it.
A signal, eh? Not bad, Jensen. I'm sending it now.
Yeah, now we need to find Megan Reed. And there we go. Okay, someone else is coming now, I think. A couple of people are streaming out as a matter of fact. Would have been useful maybe to use the robot, but now they're running out of here and we now have access to the yeah, to the area downstairs. Yeah, okay, all the people. Maybe we could have put some mines in here, but I didn't think of that incidentally. Oh no, we have that rubber banding angle again, as you can tell. Wasn't that lovely? So sprinting and stealthing at the same time is liable to trigger some bugs here, at least on occasion. Once again, didn't get us killed. Targeting, I think it's for the rocket launcher, which we don't have, of course. Sniper rifle, shooting this indoors, and of course survive we would. Alright. I think the PEPs doesn't work on the Mia, wouldn't you think? I don't think it does. Yeah, the video gearing is up for something. Pistol ammo always good. Heavy rifle. Well, if you want to knock on some heavies, maybe we can get one of those. Did the lighting just change? What? Did I imagine that? I think it just changed, right? From the yellow cars to silver. Yes, I do believe this is the area where we have to fight our last boss in this campaign. And he is one of those statues, of course. Very fancy. Extremely fancy. Well, hopefully our shotgun is up to task.
Your tenacity, Adam Jensen, is
fancy seeing
really
you
quite
again.
irritating. We'd like you to stop now.
Once again, Adam having like an idiot in cutscenes when he has the
You
advantage.
see, I figured it out. I know what you and your conspiracy buddies are planning.
Do you? How clever.
There he is in the background, see
A
it? The
new
one statue.
biochip. A software upgrade that limits what augmentations can do. You're creating a kill switch. You kidnapped Megan Reed's team to do it, and you're seizing control of the market to ensure it gets distributed. All because you're afraid of people like me. Augmented people, with the power to resist you.
No one's afraid of you, Mr. Jensen. All your blundering around and childish interference hasn't stopped a thing. Tell me, have you been to a
No,
limb
because we read
clinic
your
lately?
emails.
Let me guess. That was supposed to shut me down, right? Leave me broken and begging?
The Augs were recalled. You should be offline.
Women never fail
Oh,
to
Vidi, come on,
underestimate
you
men.
goddamn idiot, you sexist.
You should have stayed dead, Jensen.
Well, maybe, but I think we have been doing something good here over the course of this campaign. Is he actually naked right now? I'm not quite sure. I think we'll pass as naked, maybe. Okay, I suppose we should probably sort for inventory because we have no grenades selected and we need one of those. Okay, we have 3 MP grenades. Well, I suppose we start with that. And also get us a shotgun. I don't think the Peps works against him. I don't think it does. But granted, we haven't tried, have we though? Not quite sure how much damage you can absorb, but we find out pretty shortly, wouldn't you say? Oh, well, there we go. Party's a pretty beefy fellow, but we have plenty of shotgun shells for you. Did you not switch to the grenades, Adam? Like I told you, thank you very much.
Will you lose your nerve, Jensen? Now that the end is near?
Well, your end maybe, not mine if I can help it. Yeah, all of these boss fights, as a reminder, were reworked in the director's cut.
Do you realize how hopeless this is?
Well, for you, it's maybe hopeless. Yeah, okay, best we can do is to take a little bit of damage and retreat. Okay, war das dann einfach wieder some hyperstims? I'm fully aware. I think boss fights were the most criticized portion of the original release of Human Revolution because they can be resolved in a non-lethal fashion. And they're also, yeah, also a little bit unenjoyable, frankly, sometimes. And I'm concerned for stun him. We can try it, I guess.
Even when I heard that you lived, I had a chance. Track me.
Really? Oh, I pressed the wrong fucking hotkey incidentally in case you're wondering. What are we goes? Of course, it was bound to happen. I really don't like these boss fights. I can agree with the criticism from back in the day. They really aren't very good. Thankfully, Deus Ex didn't have any boss fights. Oh, really. Yes, 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 fantastic. Okay, equip these fucking MP grenades, Adam, like I told you. Yes, that would be a good start. And then we pick up the shotgun, and that is a fucking hotkey number 9 here, apparently. Okay, then we try this yet again. Yes, yes. Skip, please.
Like a blind man, you
Blind Man, ja. Okay, also for Impel Grenades, but guess what, we don't have to worry about any longer. It's Impel Grenades. And Concussion Grenades, yeah, no one uses these apparently. Yeah, stay mobile, keep moving, and then we pump him full of buckshot, even though he's armored. The entire body is armored as a would seem.
Behind you, Jensen.
Of course, we have the ridiculous spread to worry about.
Chance. Look at you, jumping at shadows like a scared child.
Yeah, wow, since you kill us in like 2 shots, what am I supposed to do, your friend? Except this gute round, try to get in range for my shotgun angle. Oh yeah, we can blind fight in this game, I just forgot.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, a long time, whatever.
Died the first time we met. This is as far as you go. Only us here.
Okay, Adam, please come on, keep moving. Reload that shotgun. Okay, we got a couple of solid hits in, I think. By looks of it, yeah, all the Impel Grenades in the board, throw them if you will. It doesn't matter to us.
Come get me.
Yeah, and then of course I run right into this fucking guy and once again I immediately go down for like 2 shots. Yeah, these boss fights are just pretty substandard, yes. We can all agree with that, even though I do like him taunting us all the time. So what we're supposed to do, just sit in the corner like a big pussy, apparently. Okay, well, maybe I picked the wrong firearm. With rocket down, would have been a lot easier, of course.
How does it feel, Jensen, knowing you'll die without finding the truth? Look at you, jumping at shadows like a scared child.
Okay, apparently you cannot shoot back if you're cloaked. That's something to keep in mind, maybe. Okay, so we're out of energy yet again, as it happens all the time for us. Sneak up on him, blast him from the close distance with the shotgun. Maybe. Oh, we upgraded the damage up to the maximum for the most part.
That business in Detroit.
If he bleeds, he can die, I'm hoping. Okay, der really cannot shoot back when we're cloaked, like it all. It seems like a serious design oversight. Grenades don't matter, friend. And we've been saving up for the entire campaign on shotgun shells, and yet we only managed to get like a 50 or something. Ist ja die tragic? Yeah, the crippling short of ammo in this game, right? Frankly, this just gets in the way of continuing with the plot because I want to talk to Megan Reed finally, you know? I think it would be way more interesting than this year. Yeah, whatever you say, friend.
To be honest, I thought I killed you the first time.
So, there goes like what? 3, 2, 5 magazines. I won't play that many presumably, but still.
You should have died the first time.
Okay, bulletproof glass in between, of course, where wouldn't there be? Okay, wow, this will take some time here, so that we have anything else. I mean, Impel Grenade could work, but then again, we have the augmentation makes us immune. And he's the final boss, presumably, so why wouldn't he be immune to that?
Lost a good man. I should have taken a hand after that.
Yeah, immune to all of them, maybe except for fragmentation. I think it matters really to us. Yeah, wow, he's probably also regenerating health, maybe? I'm not sure about that,
I
though.
knew you would show up here eventually. So
There we go. Oh, finally, you got that idiot. Told you our shotgun would be good, right? Yeah, he really is naked, I think. There's only the head remaining. That looks vaguely human.
finish it.
Not until you tell me where Megan is.
You've lost her, Jensen. Men like us, we never get back the things we love.
Maybe you're right about this. She's working willingly with the conspirators. Wow, so, wow, at least we have a couple of reloads. That is what we've been saving up for the entire campaign, just so we can have the shotgun with us for one of those boss fights. The only reason, really. Okay, and yet, again, we are down on ammo. Well, at least that worked out relatively decently. But the boss fights themselves, they aren't very interesting, especially this particular one. Yeah, these are just bulletproof window panes, aren't they? Now, before we continue, because of some time pressure, we take a look-see at these Statues. Yeah, wow. I told you they have their own display cases, right? Very fancy. Heavy rifle. Well, maybe we should at one stage. Maybe, but he also dropped something for us, I believe. Oh, interesting. They have drawers in here. Okay. Huh. I'll be damned then. So there's your supplies in case you need them. Machine pistol against him. Well, it could work. And one of those statues was blown to smithereens. Wow, isn't that terrible? Okay, and you drop what for us? The plasma rifle. That must be the best firearm in the game. But being the best firearm in the game doesn't mean anything if we don't have any ammo for it, frankly. Yeah. I mean, the only human-looking part is his head. Anything else has been replaced. Including his family jewels, apparently. Wasn't that fantastic? Plasma capsule, 10 of those. Well, the plasma rifle would be absolutely enormous, I think. For ammo. Well, okay, of course, we're searching for drawers during the middle of the firefight. Yeah, maybe. This, on the other hand, could be useful. I'm not quite sure what 500 rounds will give us, actually. I have no clue. But I really don't think you could get very far with, yeah, machine pistol against him, maybe. I mean, you can upgrade the machine pistol, but I don't think it will ever get that powerful. That seems unlikely. Yeah, okay, this is the least useful item in our inventory, frankly. And this is what we just use here. So there we go, some problems have been resolved. So far, the peps could be useful in our final chapter of the game. Maybe, so I think I don't want to drop it. But laser rifle is pretty tempting, wouldn't you say? Because it's a laser rifle. Yeah, but I don't want to rearrange my entire inventory, so we leave it behind because I do believe it's a one-way trip in both directions. We can never go up and we can never go down again, you know, just in reverse. So I think it's all we can do. I do like the idea of that thing. But we use our tried into inventory, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, well, I suppose, do we need the shotgun in here? But the stun gun couldn't be uncalled for. Suddenly very quiet around here. Yeah, the music direction in this game is excellent across the board, and was also Deus Ex 4 because it's the same composer. Yeah, let me guess we'll find Megan Reed back here in your own laboratory, or behind this fancy looking corridor. But it would explain why she's working with the conspirators.
Jaren, is that you?
Not exactly.
Adam? Oh my god, Adam! It's you!
Surprised, yes?
You're hurt.
Positively?
What happened?
What happened to you? I risked my life for you, Megan. I came halfway around the world, and for what?
It's not what you think.
Are you part of this?
No! No, Adam, I swear it! The kidnapping was real. The attack on Seraph Industries, they came after me. They wanted my research.
And when did you decide they could have it?
It didn't happen like that. I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. I couldn't! And then David said we had to use it. We owed it to mankind.
David? What are you talking about?
My great discovery. The genetic framework I found that makes it easier for living tissue to bond with implants. I found it.
Yeah, so we are
In
Patient
you,
X.
Adam. I used your DNA. I wanted to tell you, I swear. But David convinced me what it could mean for mankind. How much better off we could all be. It took Hugh to make me see how wrong I was.
Hugh? Hugh Darrow.
He owns this facility. After
already know
Namir
that
brought
Adam,
us
right?
Richard! Patch me into Seraph, now!
Adam, please! He was only pretending to work with Tai Young and the others. He found out what they were planning to do and told them he would help. But only to make sure they never succeeded. Their control signal won't work.
Thank you, David. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Seraph here has asked me to show the world how human enhancement technology can change it. After careful deliberation, I've decided I must do exactly that. Forgive me.
Ja, remember the biochip? Now everyone goes haywire. Violently. Like around the world, everyone will upgrade the biochip after this recall. Every single one.
He's modified the control signal. Anyone with the new biochip will be affected. Hugh never said anything about this.
I'm going back for the scientists.
No, Adam! I know the complex better than you. I'll find them.
Of course,
There's
yes,
a hangar bay
sure.
through there.
And they
Get
also
to its
augmented.
control room and retract the roof. Clear a path for us.
Okay, sure, why not, lady? I still have some questions, and the room is particularly fancy. I have no idea, frankly, but since we're here, really even the computer is all... Huh. Okay, time's of the essence, evidently, but we don't really care about level 5 and what we're reading. Final interview. Well, only the last 6 months for us, incidentally. Little bit excessive there, a little bit harsh even. I mean, you will cause millions of casualties potentially by doing this. Well, it's only because it is not regulated. They were trying to accomplish that. I can see his angle, but I don't agree with his methods. It's actually Utero's computer, really? I thought it was hers. What's actually going on back here? I mean, fully. We're still somewhat in the dark. Then again, we should know more than we let on in cutscenes. Since the game developers couldn't assure that everyone reads every single snippet across the board, you know, like we have been doing for the most part.
Access granted.
Some other unspecified project back at Versa Live. Oh, most of this is right over my head, incidentally, but okay. Yeah, derived from us, of course, Patient X. Maybe that was the final straw that made him push the button. It could also be, of course, the news report is offline now. I mean, I'm a little bit conflicted by this because the music is very tense, but yet the atmosphere is very stylistic for purpose. But these two seem to conflict in a certain fashion. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I think we should get moving after cracking open here safe, I suppose, which is also level 5, unsurprisingly. By this stage of the campaign, everyone should have level 5 hacking. Otherwise, we're just going to handicap ourselves. But I suppose you could theoretically complete the entire campaign without upgrading from level 1. That may be feasible. You always ways to bypass some other areas because it's Deus Ex.
Access granted.
Yeah, but what could there be so important in here? Other than ebook, detailing Patient X, the personal diary, and some credits we didn't even see. Okay, this is worth looking up behind the level 5, really? I'm not going to why, but okay. I was maybe expecting her diary. Here, confessions even. Right, they were curing blindness, but only if you have the money, I would think. Oh, in some countries it would be, of course, covered by medical insurance. This is creepy. It's a crash test dummy. In here, I'm not going to why. What's up with the lighting and the entire scene? I'm not going to understand this, I'm sorry. Okay, regardless, we have a job to do. This door is the one we came out of, and this is the express elevator up to the top level, I suppose. Alright, so well, good thing there's some armor still.
Jensen, what the hell's going on out there? Broadcast frequencies are going haywire.
Malik, is that you? Where are you?
Okay, obviously
Coming
trust
into
Malik.
visual
That's
range of
good.
Singapore now. Been in the air since Pritchard first pinged you.
Good timing. I'm heading for a hangar bay to open the roof. I'll need an emergency extraction.
Roger that. I'm on my way.
Emergency extraction. Okay, I'm not sure about enemies in here. These seem to be crazed, of course. Yeah, but the security robots probably will be not shut down if there are any.
Hey, Jensen! Looks like you could use some help!
Yeah, what type of help? Okay, impale grenade. I think I take it.
I see the scientist, Jensen. I'm landing nearby. And I think Dr. Reed wants to speak to you. Hang on.
So, they have not been upgraded to the latest biochip. I see it, that's good. Plus, we're fully aware of what was going on. But interesting that all the goons have the augmentations, the upgrades.
Hello? Adam? We're all fine, but you have to get to Panchaea and stop Hugh.
You and I aren't done with this, Megan.
I know
Oh
how it
boy,
looks,
we aren't, yeah.
but you have to stop the broadcast. I think it's causing the new biochips to overstimulate the vagus nerve, creating terrifying hallucinations.
You mean it's driving augmented people insane?
Yes, and it's up to you to stop it. Use the Leo shuttle. It will take you to Panchaea. Good luck, Adam.
Yeah, one of those 5 installations as you've learned, and now the door opens. Okay, so it will be one-way trip affair, I see. Most likely. I suppose we're as prepared as we can be. I think we'll be dealing with crazed people for the most part, so there's no need to kill them all. That's what the PEPS is for, I think. Ado didn't specifically plan for this occasion, in case you're wondering. Just happens to be that way. But these people are all dead, crazed. Yeah, crazed Spec Ops guy. So why upgrade the security troops around here or let them visit the lab clinic? That doesn't make any sense, frankly. I mean, they were fully aware of what they were doing. Or maybe they were also trying to control them remotely. Of course, they weren't fully aware of what you was doing. But certainly this angle with the satellites, that was known to them. So why put it in the Spec Ops guys? It doesn't make much sense to me. I think they also had something else planned for this area because it looks like a combat arena with all the bells and whistles. Yeah, maybe there were some changes later on in the development stage, who knows. But I'm not going back there and for the laser rifle and the plasma rifle if it's impossible. This would be super impractical and also completely overkill. So let's just use that shuttle, which looks like a rocket type of affair because the Arctic and Singapore is quite a distance. In with a VTOL. Okay, there's the button. And that will be one-way trip for us, of course. Okay, but I guess there's nothing else to do. Let's just hope for the best then. On this magnetic accelerator.
Automated systems online. Darrow sequence 1, code 1, 1A, preset and ready to engage. Suborbital trajectory plotted. Destination Panchaea. Begin countdown, Mr. Darrow.
Yes, of course. Mr. Darrow wants to do this.
Code 000. Confirm.
No voice pattern recognition, apparently.
Commencing.
Aber it's a suborbital flight, I did get that. That makes some sense. But how can an old afraid man use this, as we will see shortly, because the G-force involved there would be quite considerable.
Stand by for liftoff. Electrodynamic launch assist sequence commencing.
I think we actually crash land upon arrival, if I'm not remembering. Then again, it has been 12 years. Yeah, look at this, an old frame man. He just simply can't do this. And there was the back accelerator shooting us out.
Beginning descent.
Thankfully it's automated because you're not an astronaut. Yeah, do actually crash land. No one would be able to survive this in both ways, especially not an old frame man. Yeah, something else it crossed my mind certainly. Just watching that cutscene and the machinery involved. Of course, all the dignitaries are here.
Jensen, can you read me?
Barely. I've reached Panchea, Pritchard. Any word from Sarah for the UN delegates?
Nothing. The installation went into lockdown shortly after Darrow gave his speech. I can't tell if anyone's even alive. And the signal's still broadcasting.
Meaning no one's safe till I get in there and shut it down.
You'll have to disengage the lockdown first. Look for a master control panel at the top of the tower.
Wow, it's like 100 to 200 meters high. Oh, there's going to be a track here. Okay, as you can see, there is the United Kingdom, and there seems to be Japan, I believe. And the Canadian delegation is also here. So good thing Pritchard was curious enough not to upgrade his biochip because he's doing his own scanning. Yeah, seems to be a standard motto. Not the same one Malik is flying, of course. Yeah, there's our aircraft, well, spacecraft. Yeah, welcome to the Arctic, and welcome to the project, in more ways than one. Yeah, so if we need some crowd control, we try out the peps maybe. Could be a good idea. I don't think I want to go leave on these crazy people because it was done against their consent, of course. And we know it's only 1 of 5 projects and they have their supercomputer someplace. I thought we had the leg augmentation, why does it never work for us? I'm not sure. There's only 1 stage from this, of course, so whatever. I don't think there's anything stored in here anyhow. We did have the opportunities to gear up and we declined to do so because our current inventory is tried and true and I trust it and it should be good enough. Oh, the case in point, there is something in here. Maybe. Most likely. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how we can withstand the cold. Apparently we can. And this one is blocked, I would figure, right? Yeah, no way of getting in here. So what other options are available? Well, let's just keep looking around. And we are looking at, thankfully not mine templates, if they look surprisingly similar. And the crashed aircraft. I don't think there will be too many survivors, even though the game isn't graphic enough to show this. And some spilled supplies here, including what exactly? They must have a monopoly almost on certain operations. But of course this is by design, as we have learned. Yeah, but I think they captured the atmosphere quite nicely, don't they? I think it's very well executed. Yeah, there's our crate for starters. Or we can try that, but this one is a fragile one, so we cannot throw it. But thankfully it's only a short track. But we cannot sprint and carry heavy items around in case you're wondering. Yeah, this is all at the end, I think. Unless you want to go for a swim, which apparently we are capable of even in the freezing Arctic waters. I'm not giving up that easily here, Adam. Adam, there we go. Are we supposed to come in here for some nuke? Okay, wow. Also really worth our time, but there is a burst round system for the shotgun. I don't think it could be any better. As long as this thing doesn't disappear for whatever reason. Yeah, I think it's specifically for the shotgun. Indeed it is. Oh no. But it fits in here just right. Yeah, barely. Okay, the upgrade gives us what exactly? Okay, so it's a 2-round burst for a shotgun now. But we have to activate this by holding down the activation button. Okay, so this we can trigger it on command. And this apparently was manufactured in the Czech Republic. Also, we found an upgrade. I think it was above the detour one the same. So how do we get over here? Yeah, but I can't really be bothered to search the entire area for some crates, you know. Instead we just go in here. I think it makes some sense. Oh, there's no need to stealth, presumably I would figure, because we only have some crazy people to worry about, but there will be many of them. Because the entire facility could not have been built without the help of augmented workers. That was pointed out on multiple occasions. Thankfully it is not of concern, and the automatic fire suppression system is malfunctioning. Of course it would be. Yeah, so nothing back here, so I suppose it doesn't concern us really. But why don't take some precautions? But why are the MP mines in here? Oh, whatever, once again, it doesn't matter. Couldn't even see them, frankly. They must have been hidden underneath the pipe. Most likely. Yeah, some people were less fortunate, of course. Yeah, perhaps that's a good idea. So if this equipment is in a state of failure already, I'm not quite sure the elevator is worth trusting. Oh, really? Of course. What? Huh, that must be a weird interaction then, I would presume, but any game don't have to worry about this anyway. All this blood everywhere tells the story. How can he be okay with that? Is he that desperate? Does he want to reverse augmentations across the board, killing millions of people and endangering even more across the entire world for as long as the system is still active? Sometimes you misjudge people. Fragments. Why are the fucking fragments here? It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. Why are the mines hidden behind these boxes? If you're crazy, you probably cannot set up any mines. They're just bashing each other blindly with crowbars and whatever. Okay, but of course it's the final level of the campaign, so obviously they make it a bit more difficult for you. This leads up to some situation, and I can see one grey indicator, so they're probably hostile. Why are there fucking mines in here? I'm sorry, I just don't understand. Other than for gameplay purposes, of course. Yes, remember, we need to crouch and walk at the same time. And just the walking isn't good enough. Yeah, turn him off, please. Why are the fragments in here? Because every augmented soldier went crazy at the same time. So they cannot prepare for this specifically, you know. Like setting up some mines against their colleagues, you know what I mean? Really strange. And you can tell me that the delegates have played around with frag mines, especially down here in the maintenance portion. I don't think that is pretty believable. It's pretty far-fetched.
Access granted.
Yeah, okay, perhaps I think I like it. The pocket secretary. So they had non-augmented people working here. That would explain the mines at least. Oh, okay. Well, he never had that opportunity. But he does look augmented, or just his workers' gloves, that could also be. Okay, I really thought that Udero was only hiring augmented workers, and they would all have the same chip, I would believe. Okay, there's the power switch, the breaker pan, whatever they call it. Yeah, ladder or ventilation shaft, what's the play here? I think we try out both of them, because it pays to be exploring in this game. I think ultimately they would lead to the same room anyhow, or relatively close by. Okay, now I can see the reasoning at least, you know, in universe, but still. Okay. So that must be non-augmented workers setting up traps against these crazed people. Maybe they also activated automated security. Wouldn't be surprised. So we've just made it to the same room, I guess. Okay. Oh, fantastic. So I take it back. We need to use the ladder. Our ultimate objective is the top of the tower, I think Richard said. And now we've made it into the maintenance hangar we saw from the other side. Yeah, with that big block door. Yeah, on this end. I do like the eerie atmosphere because it's certainly very eerie, wouldn't you think? So better be ready for anything, but I don't think we have to worry about coordinated pushbacks or anything in between. It's mostly crazed people. So they will be acting like a zombie horde for the most part and charging us blindly. That's what we have the peps for. Yeah, some people did barricade the store. Did see that. Yeah, we need to override the security lockdown as well, don't we? I'm not quite sure how well we are able to withstand the cold, because once in a while we probably have to move outside again and look like a pretty chilling day because we are in the Arctic. Yeah, I think the fire suppression system is just malfunctioning across the entire facility here. It's very concerning. I think this is not bulletproof glass. We don't need to use the elevator. Yeah, we can try that. I think we can spend maybe... actually, we don't have to. We can just throw something. And there we go. It's just ordinary glass. That's what I thought. Someone is here with us, but I'm not quite sure who that could be. Yeah, what is that? Oh, who is that to be specific? I don't see anyone. But evidently there must be in the same room. But the icons are certainly not smaller than they used to be. There could have been a mistake, but there's no going back, I think. Okay, Oceanic Installation 5 online. Emergency situation detected while no shitting their computer. And there's the Hyron Alpha port, so they do have one of those ladies in the basement somewhere. Hopefully we can memorize that. Have a nice day. And of course it's not a drill. Nothing we need here. Nothing we can carry, let me guess. Yeah, so MP grenades, how many do we have right now? It's a set of 5. I think it should be good enough. Yeah, I don't want to drop anything. Could be worth checking out.
Access granted.
Yeah, someone is right outside the door. But I have no idea who that could be. I take those, thank you very much. This is probably explosive. Well, if he's right outside, then we don't want to attract his attention. Although, yet again, I cannot see anyone. Alright. I don't think it's really worth playing with him, whatever he is. Whoever, for that matter. Of course, it's a person, not an object. Rockets. Okay, we have seen them only a couple of times over the course of the entire campaign, not including the Missing Link DLC. So which route are we taking? The elevator on the far side? So this was just a detour for us, I believe. There's a security terminal. Maybe that's the source of the disturbance. Level 5. Wasn't expecting that, frankly. Actually, times 2. Yeah, no problem. Surprisingly.
Access granted.
So what's this connected back here? Yes, please disable the robots. I think it's fine. And the camera is already offline. Okay, so we can't really see anything. So it must be only the robot we've been seeing behind that door there someplace. Okay, that would explain the source of that disturbance. This computer we already checked out, of course. It should lead up and not down, I'm hoping.
Pritchard, Panchea's broadcast center is at the base of the station near the bottom of the ocean. Is that right?
But the lockdown caused all the blast doors to seal. You won't be able to go down until you override them manually.
From up in the tower. I got it.
Wow, is it not where Udero is waiting for us, maybe? Surrounded by the corpses of the delegation and the journalists and the security detail. Of course, we have to see how happy he is with the outcome. If it's actually according to his wishes, but we just arrived in this facility and we already saw like 20 dead people murdered in cold blood because they all went crazy. Including some non-augmented people working here, their everyday lives. I mean, how could someone live with himself after this? Even a bloody handprint on the window. Yeah, it could be like miles away because we have that upgrade augmentation, which really is not to our benefit, I have to say. It makes it more confusing, frankly. There's even blood in the ventilation shaft. People were trying to get away from these crazy guys, only to die alone in the ventilation shaft. How tragic can this be? But so far we've only seen corpses, not actual crazy people. Then again, it was an brawl here. They just went to town with a bar stools and any other object they could grab, or just their hands, frankly. Since you know they're augmented. Although we have military grade augmentations, and these people, they're just are workers, right? Yeah, that must have happened in instant. As soon as he pressed the button, everyone went crazy from what we've seen. Maybe not everyone was affected to the same degree, but still. Yeah, he was just enjoying his meal, and then someone stabbed him in the back with a knife, I guess. Thankfully, the game is not that graphic.
I don't want it like that. Okay, I hear it. Look.
Right, he's locked in this room. Maybe it should stay that way. For our safety and his safety. I'm not quite sure what happens once we override this lockdown and disable the broadcasting signal. I mean, things are not going to go back to normal. Far from it, incidentally. And I'm very concerned still by the lack of a functioning fire suppression system. The video should be fully automatic. Also working in concert with the Hydra project. And then again, she cannot maintain the systems herself. There's even... Wow, okay. Even back here, there's blood. I guess if they didn't have anyone else to fight, they fought themselves. I really love exploring these areas. The atmosphere is fantastic. Yeah, command center, but I don't think we are done here yet. Not sure if there's anything we can do for these people before we override the system. And what happens if we disable the lockdown, because then everyone will be free to move as they please. Shampoo towards us. That's what you have the peps for, I guess, but still. There's something to consider.
Access granted.
Well, it's not really that automated. If only they knew, right? Of course they don't. But we know. Well, of course, there are multiple ways to approach this area as is customary, but since we're Master Hacker, you don't have to worry about that necessarily. These came in handy during our fight with Namir, wouldn't you think? I don't think stealth will be super important, but it doesn't hurt checking out some of these areas. This is where we came from, but this will probably lead to the cafeteria again, or this other room. Oh, there's a different bunk bed with the locked door, and they're keeping some weapons in here, but I did say something about a security detail. Doesn't really change our outcome because we don't need any of these firearms, or the ammo for that matter. I think the cooling system is only for the heavy rifle. Yeah, so of no use to us, but let's see if we want it. It's nice. I mean, if you confront Hudero, which is probably going to happen because I remember this occurring in the storyline, it's not like Adam is a good smooth talker, and he's not very convincing in these situations as well, isn't he? So I'm not quite sure how we can tackle this at least. I suppose we find out once we get there.
We're gonna go around the other side. I know.
So he barricaded himself.
Okay, I need a plan. A plan. When we go in, and I'm gonna take him from the outside, and then I'll be able to get him out. Because I don't want it like that. It's,
Yeah, I can see why you wouldn't.
Look.
But I don't really care about this area too much. I think we get on for our mission. That's probably a better idea. Okay, so they can attack us, so we learned that. Of course they can, unsurprisingly. Iron Oceans. I'm not quite sure if this is a real thing or not. But apparently it's all done by private corporations. But I think at this current time, most of the ocean floor is off limits to commercial exploitation in any capacity. Yeah, everything can be a weapon, even a plastic bin. Yeah, of course there was also some belter security here. And they were gunning each other down. And there's a turret. Oh, that one doesn't look inactive to me, frankly. Right, that must be the automated security they were talking about. Gunning down all these crazy people. Then again, the turret shoots to kill. Something it was designed for, specifically its only purpose. Which is why I don't see these things in real life, thankfully, at least not yet.
Access granted.
Ja, here's the security panel. And a couple, so we do have a plasma weaponry on this facility. Oh, interesting. Yeah, for our own sake, we should probably disable the turret. I think it's a public service more than anything else.
Access granted.
Camera's already offline, surprisingly. Okay, then. Did someone set this against these people? Because it relies on friendful recognition. And I think everyone back here should have valid credentials, and also the dignitaries for that matter. So why did the turret open fire on these crazy people? Because going crazy doesn't change their credentials, I think, right? And if the entire system is automated, why would it suddenly change? The turret certainly doesn't have behavior analysis. Yeah, but still set to the forward, not enemies or anything in between. Maybe it is just from our perspective, but we can see security guys in here, the average worker and lab dudes. And the turret gunned down all of them, regardless. I think it may have been reprogrammed by one of those people surviving the initial outbreak. It's still a pretty gnarly sight, wouldn't you say? And it's obviously where the conference took place, so Hugh Terror may be waiting for us over here somewhere. Yeah, most likely, but I mean, I think we've seen enough, wouldn't you think?
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done.
No, I don't think it was necessary.
20 years ago,
Just convinced
I
yourself.
gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. But human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace.
Yeah, but augmentations don't do away with that.
And you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it?
I agree with
When
them.
this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster.
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
No, not going to happen.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply
Huh,
don't
that's
understand.
putting it lightly, sir.
For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
Yeah, speaking of which, in the cutscene, your crane was actually bloody, right? Because you managed to defend yourself. Well, of course, I didn't read his dossier, and we don't have the social enhancement augmentation, so we have to go by our gut feeling. I don't think that's going to happen. Is it his approach? It could be. He's the thinker type.
Humanity needs to be punished, is that it? Pain is the only thing people understand? By the time this is over, there will be no humanity left to embrace your change. The stress and horror you forced us to live through will have ripped it out
Now,
of
that's
us.
a bit poetic there, Adam.
I knew there would be casualties, but I thought,
Yeah.
over time,
Really?
surely the human spirit
Like
can
a couple
recover.
million, if not more? Do you think that's okay?
You, of all people, should be able to understand this. In your former career, were you not sometimes called upon to kill in the line of duty? To carry that grim responsibility in order to save others?
Yeah, but it was a
You
couple
must
dudes, not
realize
millions.
This is no different. Only the scale has
No,
changed.
that's a stretch, mate.
Because the threat we face as a species is so extreme.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. None of it matters, because this is what will happen now. After today, whatever you say will be dismissed as the ravings of a mass murderer. You were one of the greatest minds of our time, and tomorrow you'll be nothing but a killer.
I have shown the world the worst of itself, Mr. Jensen. As long as people understand that, what they say of me doesn't matter.
I don't think it really believed that.
Look at everything that has happened since this technology developed. Search your heart. You know as well as I do that humanity is on a downward spiral, torn apart from within because people like you can't resist the temptation to play God with your own evolution.
Really?
Can't you see why we
how?
must
Adam?
take the temptation away?
What? Adam did nothing like that. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, we're just humans still. Unlike Namir, I suppose it's arguable.
People like me? I'm no different than you, Darrow. I'm still a human being, just like all the men
didn't
and
get
women
augmented
you're
by our
driving
choice, by
insane
the
out
way.
there. Step
He
back
knows
for
that.
just one moment and see it through our eyes. You've convinced yourself you're saving the world, but you're just lashing out in spite.
I don't give a damn how you see it. That is to say, I can't afford to. You and I, we're two sides of the same coin. I could have been you if it weren't for this damned blood in my veins. But I was cheated by my own DNA.
Oh, you want to be augmented or
Cursed
what?
to become a cripple. And I am not the only one. As long as this technology exists, mankind will continue to divide. Help me make us all equal again.
That's what it's all about? Yeah, open your eyes and what
Darrow, you
look here,
created something
man.
incredible,
How
but
can
you
you live
couldn't
with
let go.
yourself?
Is hatred really the only thing you have left? Look at what you've done out there.
Wow, this room
Open
will
your eyes
suffice, you
and
know?
look.
No, this isn't what I wanted. I saw the future, the danger to us all. Could my motives really be so tainted?
Evidently they have been.
I will give you what you want, Mr. Jensen. Codes to shut down Panchea's security system. But you'll still be in danger. Much of the system is self-determining and lethal. When you see it, maybe then you'll understand. The technology I created will not be the future any one of us desires. Please, help the world understand that.
See, we don't need any stinking pheromones to convince people. Sometimes it does work. Yeah, okay. We could actually execute him if we were judged and jury and execution on one person, but thankfully for him we aren't. Okay, that was interesting. So it was all about being a cripple and not being able to have augmentations. I mean, he does have an exoskeleton. He's walking with a limb, but doesn't seem to be unmanageable, at least in my eyes. I mean, what could we say or do to him that would be worse? He's lost in his thought about what he's done. But then again, a decision like this you don't make lightly. That was months in the working, and yet he did it regardless. Yeah, alright, I think we just walk away. Can I believe he accused us, really?
The lockdown's disengaged.
Of playing
I'm
God?
heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there,
Yeah,
Francis.
of course it will be.
You almost sound like you regret that.
Okay, as you can see, we deactivated the turret and now we have plenty of friends waiting for us because we overrode the lockdown. So unless you can find a different way, which may be a good idea, then we can sneak through here, or we can use the PEPs. Either of these options are feasible, so how far away is it for that matter? Reach the broadcast center. Well, it's in the bottom of the ocean apparently. Also he claimed. Well, if we have to go loud, then we should probably use the PEPs, wouldn't you think? Just keep it handy in case it is necessary, but I think we should be able to bypass at least some people. Yeah, so turning off the turret did have some consequences. Then again, these people don't deserve to die. We are better than the enemies we are fighting, I'm thinking. Yeah, probably. At least I would hope so. And the PEPs works exactly how, because I've never used it before. At least according to my memory. How does it work? Knock down multiple opponents at once. So we need to follow up for that. Yeah, doesn't support any upgrades, of course. Yeah, crowd control for the most part. Okay, so, well, I suppose in the context of the game it would be knocked out immediately, or just knocked over. Well, we find out. You can also just knock them down and sprint past. That's also an option.
You're the monster! It's your fault!
Interesting, they don't attack each other any longer.
Out, because I don't want it. You're the monster! It's your fault!
Yeah, the monster is upstairs, but thankfully they are not in a condition to do anything about him right now.
No. No, 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 no! Just get away from me!
Yeah, okay, hello there, friends. Goodbye. Okay, get to the elevator. Do get to the elevator. Okay, there we go. Press the elevator button. Thank you, Adam. Okay, they're only out to get us specifically. For what reason, I'm not quite sure. Doesn't line up with what we have witnessed here, of course. Aber using the correct elevator, I sure hope so. But it does seem to lead up, which would indicate that we are moving in the wrong direction. But apparently it's not the case. Alright, so I think the security lockdown was in effect. Now we should be able to override this. And a couple of people. Alright, not too worrisome.
Get away from me!
Yeah, we can do them away, maybe. Something like this after bashing out this window. Yeah, maybe a good idea.
That's it. No one will get hurt.
I don't think it works so well, does it? Okay, whatever. Let's keep some distance between us and the crazy guys. That must have been the purpose of exploring the entire area previously, I would figure, just to get to the other side of this cargo bay. Yeah, I don't think they can follow us through here. I don't think enemies use the vents like at all. It's only us, even though they're all conveniently bench-sized. And Adam doesn't seem to be of small stature anyhow. Looks to be like about 85, probably, centimeters. I'm sorry, friends, there's nothing I can do for you. Yeah, there is Belltown here, of course. Yeah, just bypass as many people as possible because these are most definitely innocent guys. Oh, and the screaming really gets me.
No, you won't get me, monster. You won't get me. Go away, Ghost. Go away. Go. You don't scare me. No, you won't get me. You won't get me.
Aber die filmen with his nightmares. Also Hugh Darrow incidentally. Okay, where are we?
No, you won't get me, monster. You won't get me.
So what's the point of coming up here then, really? I'm not sure. Take a look at the situation. All these people screaming at us.
We can't control them anymore. Run! No, you won't get me, monster. You won't get me.
I don't think money will be... Rocket launcher, really? I don't think money will be of any importance. It seems unlikely. And finally we managed to reach a crane. That's the first. Never worked out for us in the standalone expansion pack, did it do? Well, that doesn't really give us anything, but had I known, that would have been easy to bypass, presumably. Oh, that's the beauty of Deus Ex once more. It gives you plenty of options to play the game as you please. And yes, evidently you can kill all of them with your shotgun and your rocket launchers and your mines and your grenades if you absolutely want to. We're playing Adam in a different fashion. Even though there's a rocket launcher right here for crowd control, quotation mark, even though it's mostly excessive crowd control.
Just let me finish. Just let me finish. I got a job to do. I got a job.
Yeah, how can we even get through here? For that matter, I don't think we can drop directly down, right? No, we cannot. That's a bit pointless, and it's only a one-way affair then for the most part. Okay, well, it is a facility, it's a corridor. There are only so many ways to approach this particular situation.
Show yourself. You will get me. You shouldn't. Don't.
Oh, accidentally cloak, didn't I? Yeah, that's what happened here, presumably. Okay, are they actually knocked down permanently, or are they just knocked over? Well, they seem to be knocked down entirely, so that's what I thought in the context of the game. Anything else would not have made much sense, frankly. If it were that easy, maybe people would have already planned for that. Someone got it talking down, I think. Yeah, a facility like this would be an amazing engineering feat. There would be plenty of problems. Yeah, they sent this email to all these workstations. At least everything that's still connected. Well, if you can rescue some survivors, then I suppose we should do this. Oh, dead people in the hallway with no fire suppression system working. Locker room, well, I know what that means. And one guy on the far side here somewhere. Yeah, we always kept a maniac no matter the situation. It's just the nature of these games, right? He's right over here. I can see him through the gaps. Of course, being augmented means they can punch like an, yeah, action hero, and then some. That's per cartridge. Okay, we did a standard issue back here. Apparently it is. Now, I suppose instead of using ammo, we just put them to sleep.
Go away, Ghost! Go away! Go! You don't
Really, this twitchy stuff in this case actually makes some sense because he's crazed, you know. Yeah, doesn't hurt as much anyway. But still, it's annoying. I think it's better off anyhow, because we will be able to override that signal, I'm hoping. I do believe there will be multiple choices, all of which have been reworked in the director's cut. I think they would not be financing everything. We'd have to pay out of your own pockets for certain augmentations. And the service, as we saw, also isn't free. Yeah, I'm sorry, Pa, there's nothing we can do except to steal your credits. Sorry, I don't speak French. It's a bit hard to tell who was augmented and who wasn't, because some people use less overt augmentations, like cranial implants and things of that nature. And of course this area was partially run by private corporations, otherwise there's no way to finance this stuff. Oh, there's actually a limb clinic in here. Really? Okay, well, I guess. I didn't think there would be a vendor in here. Evidently we are not crazy. Hopefully that window holds up for you.
You seem relatively normal, nicht wahr?
All things considered, yeah. You okay?
Thankfully, I was able to barricade myself in here.
Interesting that she isn't augmented, despite working at the limb clinic.
So, is it safe to come out now?
No. The rest of the station is still under siege. You better stay here until help comes. In the meantime, is it possible to download Praxis software here?
Yes, of course. No damage was done to the computers. See for yourself.
Sure, why not? Why can we decline that, Adam? And of course it's still sold for profit. I guess we're not going to do anything else for our money, right? Just come to think of it. Yeah, can't hold them, of course, but they're here. They have 2 boxes of that stuff. These are absolutely massive, naturally.
I will remain here, where it's safe. If you need help, or get word of help, please come back.
Yes, and we promised to do that, and we also put the vending machine back in here. Interesting that she isn't augmented. I really thought she would be. But these, oh, there we go. So finally we can read the corporate email about this biochip. Yeah, no one actually did any compliance checking on that stuff, not even inside the corporation. It came directly from the penthouse. And even people working at this corporation were suspicious about that entire affair. That's really saying something, given what we have seen in their labs. Yes, yes, of course. Every single clinic seems to be individually run on contract. That's not unusual, like a fast food chain. Okay, that should be good enough, but since I can move these things, these augmented dudes should also be able to move these things.
This is William
Oh.
Taggart. If anyone
Oh, hello
out
there,
is
sir.
listening, I'm begging you, help. We've barricaded ourselves inside the core server room. Many of us are wounded.
I'm not sure I want to talk to you since we know you're involved in this entire affair.
Please save us.
Okay, since we want to save some survivors, I guess we can do that. I think Adam may, even though it probably doesn't come from the bottom of his heart. Because he has a bone to pick with him. Yeah, where is the server room for that matter? I don't have the slightest clue. But now we're going back outside by the looks of it. Yeah, there's like an entire horde of these people. Interestingly enough, they're no longer interested in attacking each other. if it was a real facility, that must be one of those most impressive engineering feats ever. Not just in geoengineering. Can we actually jump down there or climb down there? Because I can see something. So maybe we can bypass some of these dudes without resorting to the peps. Maybe. Okay, there's the stairs down. Couple of levels to investigate. Well, with the Icarus landing system, evidently we could just jump down there if we wanted to.
I can't hear anything with all the noise.
Yeah, too much noise in your head, right? I also saw that whatever it was with the locked door. But then again, it's not our priority. We don't need to search for every single nook and cranny to get us some items we don't want or can carry for that matter. It's unnecessary.
Access granted.
I really do not want it, I'm sorry. Not in this playthrough. Yes, you can also probably override the security system to just gun on all these people. Because the game gives you options, even if they're nasty. Another way to jump down below, I see, if you had the Icarus landing system. A leap of faith then. Yeah, so they're actually coming down here, as you can see. It is the one who does. Check out the noise we made. Well, the problem is, augmentations are not, they would also be freezing to death out here in the Arctic. But very impressive sense of scale here, we have to admit that. Very impressive. I should be able to do this no problem without 4 damage. Yeah, whatever's in that storage room, it possibly cannot be very important.
Come out! I have to find you! I was told to find you! Oh.
Yeah, we can probably jump down here, but I'm not quite sure where we'll be ending up. It's a shaft number 1 of many leading to where exactly. Take a peek-see, and yeah, this requires evidently the Icarus landing system, and there are people waiting for us at the bottom. One of which seems to be a victim of falling down into this pit. As you would imagine.
I know it is!
Yeah, pretty noisy convention up there, wouldn't you say? So how many people are over here? Plenty of people. Well, we can use the turret or we can use the peps. Because in one way or another we have to breach this, you know, or go all the way around. Maybe it's also an option. Activating the turret on them would be pretty cool, wouldn't you think? I don't think Adam would do that, but we have to go through that door. Yeah, we're out of gas grenades, but we have the peps with us, but it's a single shot affair.
Just leave me alone! Alone, all of you!
Unfortunately, it cannot be helped, sir. We either kill you or we stun you. There are no other ways to go. Except with that shaft, of course. Yeah, not the fastest reload firearm we've ever seen, right? But these knocks down pretty good, but for how long remains to be seen.
Stand still!
Wow, I don't think we want to do this, sir. It is unlocked, right? Okay, there we go. It keeps them down permanently, I'm hoping. Okay, switch weapons and then please.
Can you hear me? I've got survivors here. We've locked ourselves in a machine room. Please
Once again, I missed because of twitching.
help us.
Of course, we're going to help our boss, what else, after reloading our firearms and see what we can do. Okay, so these people are all asleep, I'm hoping, because it was classified as a non-default firearm. Less than default, maybe completely non-default. Yeah, they're all asleep, right? I don't think it's the point of searching for all of these. You don't need the credits, you don't need anything else. Voila, there we go. There we go indeed. Okay, a server room they said. Elevator leading to some place. Man, this place is a maze here, unsurprisingly. I don't know about you, but Adam, I believe, would try to help his boss first. And supposedly it's in here somewhere. Certainly looks like a industrial area. It said something about a machine room. Broadcast center. Are we heading to the correct location? I was following the signposts, but apparently I'm going the wrong way regardless. Yeah, this leads to the wrong area, I presume. Yeah, the long corridor. Elevator. Oh, it's a little confusing. We have like 6 or 7 layers on the minimap right now. Sorry for getting turned around. And there was a security checkpoint in here. Okay, it said something about the machine room. Maybe they were talking about the elevator. Yeah, okay, lift, that's what we thought. So good thing we double tracked a little bit. And we also want to help our Taggart. Reluctantly, but we will help out regardless. Because we are humanity's savior, I guess. For conspirators. That's a pretty long elevator ride. I was supposed to double as a loading screen. Probably. Okay, we have entire army barricaded outside, and I'm surprised that Seraph didn't go down with this biochip upgrade, because he was talking to Pritchard, and apparently we also shared this information we read at the Chinese headquarters, right? We just didn't say so. Of course, Adam is a pretty smart fellow, with some displays of foolishness except that during cutscenes. Now, fire extinguisher evidently sometimes doesn't work very well, especially when it's automated. Yes, there's a barrel. We could, yes, we could, but we won't. And there are actually Seraph security guards in here. Oh, this makes sense. He's relying pretty heavily on his own security detail, because they're actually trustworthy. Unlike Bell Tower.
Get away from me! Get away! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get away from me!
I'm more than happy to oblige, sir. Yeah, I'm not certain about the attack patterns, because they were fighting each other, but then they suddenly stopped and they only go after us. So what's the pattern other than gameplay purposes? Because the signal is still in effect. They only gave us the override codes. The system is still active, and we know they're using satellites for this. Probably tied to this facility here. Well, evidently, we're still undone here.
Quiet! I can't think with all that noise!
Same applies to me actually, because there's pretty noisy in here with all the people yelling non-stop. Granted, they're upset and they have a reason to be upset, but it's still annoying.
Get out! Get out of my goddamn head!
Just to be on the safe side. Yeah, I think the minimal force approach is the one called for here. I'm sorry if it's slightly too slow for you, but I think that's how Adam would operate, especially against his own friends and colleagues. Enough harm has come to them already. Never mind the psychological scars after we disable the system or this broadcast signal whenever we can make this happen.
Quiet! I can't think with all that noise!
Yeah, sorry for getting turned around, but I think we're finally on the right track. And there are like, how many levels of elevation on our minimap right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, it's not even all we can see, so you can pardon me for my confusion. But we found the way finally. Yeah, well, it's probably not the direct path, but we can take this one since we have the augmentation. Well, hello there, boss. With this submersible. Okay, makes sense considering. Don't mind if we do. You're well stocked on ammo, I see. Not sure about the cash, why it's necessary. Are we building up a retirement fund for Mankind Divided?
Why? Why would Hugh
something
Darrow
I
do
was
such
wondering
a
as
thing?
well.
There's nothing to be gained by causing so much pain and terror.
Yeah, seems a bit crazy, doesn't he?
How could Darrow turn his back on us? This technology was his baby. It was his passion that made me believe in its possibilities.
But most of these people are probably augmented, so why didn't they go crazy? Because, I guess they did heed our warning. It's the only thing I can think of that would make logical sense.
I was so scared. I heard 2 of them coming around the corner, tearing at each other. I just
Yeah,
dropped
but they
to
stopped
the floor
doing
and played
that.
dead.
Yeah, what's up with that, by the way? It also doesn't make any sense, other than gameplay purposes. I think it was only one signal, right? It cannot be reprogrammed, because Darrow was trying to prevent this exact scenario, even though there could have been better ways, like not allowing the manufacturer of the ship in the first place. Main outlet valves. That is probably important. So is this here.
Tell me you're here to rescue us? My god. I had to crawl through the ventilation to avoid the carnage.
Yeah, it's outrageous, isn't it, lady? Oh, that probably was the error I completely missed here, I would figure. But regardless, we're here. Now we can talk to our boss, who apparently is augmented but also not susceptible to this sequence of events. Good for him and also good for us.
Adam! Oh, thank God you came. I've got wounded here. We'll have to move them first.
We can't move anyone yet. Not until I get to the base of the station and shut down Darrow's broadcast.
What? Why?
The chaos you experienced here, it's everywhere. The Illuminati created a biochip that stops people from using enhanced abilities, and Darrow turned it into a kill switch.
Oh my God, you... We gotta fix this, Adam. If people realize what's happened, if they believe augmentation technology created this chaos, they'll ban human enhancement research forever.
And that would be a bad thing.
Yes, it would! Don't you see what's at stake here? Ever since man first crawled out of that ocean, we've been striving to be more than we are. Augmentation technology is just the latest, greatest step on a very long road. But we've barely scratched the surface of its potential. We can't let fear stop us from continuing.
That's your belief, Seraph. Not everyone shares it.
But you do, Adam. I know
Wow,
it.
you augmented me against my will,
we
for
can really
starters.
make a difference. We can improve the lives of everyone, but only if we fix this.
Go on.
We'd have to get a message out after you shut down Hugh's signal. Tell the world, tell them the Humanity Front did this. That their doctors created a virus that only affects augmented people.
You mean lie?
It wouldn't be so
give us
outlandish, though.
time, son. Time to figure out how to destroy the Illuminati's biochips and move on.
And what about the people who've been hurt by this? Don't they deserve the truth?
Adam, if we want the freedom to become more than we are, we can't be blinded by a misguided morality.
Really?
Some people will be left behind. It's reality.
That.
It's evolution, son.
Right. Evolution based on my DNA.
Please, son, you have to stay with me on this.
I'll think about it.
I think you're very convincing there, and I didn't take you for that type of a social Darwinist, really. That's a bit disappointing, frankly. Alright, and so I do have many things to contemplate in between episodes then, as it would appear, because I do remember there are 3 choices in the final cutscene of this game, and I'm not quite sure which one will be Adam's choice, so to speak, because our boss wasn't exactly very convincing right about now, and I have to say that was completely out of character for him. He was never that drastic, you know, in the previous engagements or dialogues or anything in between, or the emails we read. So that's really a little bit disconnected if you ask my opinion. But regardless, of course, Adam Jensen will also come to the rescue of William Taggart very reluctantly, but he will do this regardless. And then we see how we can move forward from there, because automated security means, well, there will be plenty of opposition between us and the main valve, whatever they call it, or something in between. But regardless, we discover these things in the next episode, because for today I've reached the end of my own endurance, as it would seem. But regardless, I thank you for watching as usual, and I hope to see you next time.